This video covers the MILabel software and velocity label templates. In this video we will show how to organize your metadata that will be included in your finished label, how to create a velocity template to read your metadata into the finished label, and how to use MILabel with your velocity template and metadata to create the finished label. In this video, we will use the Oxygen XML editor to view the label file, Notepad++ to view the velocity template file, Notepad to view the metadata, and Excel to view the data file. Feel free to pause or go back in the video at any time. MILabel is one of several methods to automate the creation of labels for a PDS4 archive. It can be used to create single labels or whole directories of labels. The information is pulled from a metadata file that is translated using a template into the format necessary for PDS4 labels. The metadata can come from the header of the data file or a separate file in conjunction with the data file. When your metadata is included in the data file, it is important to remember to include a header class in your label. Your metadata should include all available information that will make this data usable and clear. Contact your node representative about what metadata needs to be included. Each piece of information is assigned a keyword that will be referenced in the template. Each keyword entry is a single word with no spaces. The keywords and their related metadata should be gathered in one section. At the end of the keyword section, include the word END in all caps. The format for the keywords section should be keywords in all caps, followed by an equal sign, and then the metadata. For long-form metadata, like a description, do not include line breaks. When organizing your metadata into a format readable by the template, it is important to remember certain rules or best practices. Keywords are the links in the metadata file used to designate the values or information to read into the label. Put END after the last keyword. There can be no non-keyword information in the keyword section, and all keywords should be capitalized and have an equal sign before the information can be read into the label. For example, color equals red. To create a velocity template, it is helpful to have an example PDS4 label to build from. Our example is linked below. You can also download one from a PDS4 product similar to the one you are creating, or ask your node representative for an example. The PDS4 training site also has examples of a variety of different labels. Link is below in the description. In our example, we have filled in the information that doesn't change throughout all the labels in the group of products this data would belong to. Any information that does vary, we have placed a marker, $, curly brace, label.keyword, close curly brace. Curly braces are helpful in cases where there may be ambiguity about what the variable name is. When a variable is concatenated with another string, like in the lid, that's a good place to use the formal curly braces. This marker tells the MILabel tool to look to the metadata file to get this information. In the identification area, we are pulling the product ID, product name, instrument host name, and target name from the metadata. In observation area, we are pulling the start time and stop time and the target name. In primary results summary, we have added logic to determine if the data is science data or calibration data. This type of logic comes from the Apache Velocity engine, which is built on Java, so Java methods and syntax will usually work. The same style of logic can be used in other areas of the template and allows the template to be used on many data products instead of being specific to one data product. In the File Area Observational section, we are pulling the product ID and descriptions for each field delimited class from the template. More detailed information on velocity templates is linked below in the description. Once your template is ready, it's time to use MILabel. Installation of MILabel is fairly simple. The link to the tool files is given in the description below. Pause the video and follow the instructions on that page to download and unzip the files. Also be sure to install Java according to the instructions given. Our example will be relevant to a Windows operating system, but the page covers Unix and Mac instructions as well. Once you have the files downloaded, choose an appropriate location to install the tool. This location will be navigated to in the command window every time you use the tool. It might be easier to choose a short directory tree location, for example, a folder on your desktop. You can dictate where the completed labels will be saved separate from the directory of the tool. Now that the tool is installed, navigate to the bin directory and edit the pds-generate.bat file using the text editor of your choice. We are using Notepad++. Add the Java home directory to the line set java home equals. Before you run MILabel, be sure to set up the directory system you want your labels to go into, and ensure all the directory and file names have no spaces. Use hyphen or underscore. Open a command prompt and navigate to the MILabel/bin directory. Here you can see the format of the command to run MILabel. pds-generate space -p space the path and name of the file that has the metadata space -t space then the path and the name of the file for the velocity template. This will save the new file into the same directory as the metadata file. To specify a separate location for the new label file, add a -o and the path for the new label location. If all goes well, the new file will be created. There is usually some debugging to be done before the new label is correct. To help with this, use the -d option immediately after the pds-generate. The system will go through and show every step of what it is doing. Common errors include non-keyword information in the keyword section of the metadata file, incorrect capitalization in the metadata file, missing the end at the end of the keyword section, and missing or incorrect marker notation in the template file. Thank you for watching our video on velocity templates and MILabel. In this video we showed how to organize your metadata that will be included in your finished label, how to create a velocity template to read your metadata into the finished label, and how to use MILabel with your velocity template and metadata to create the finished label.